Okay, you guys, I am back and I'm going to show you how I do the closure for my invisible part. Now I do have two equal parts of hair, and I did split the tracks. So for those of you who are wondering, do I split the tracks when I do the invisible part? Yes, I split the tracks when I do the invisible part. And what I'm just looking for is, if you guys can see, like there are little hairs coming from there. You want to make sure those are facing down, so none of it pokes out. And you want to make sure you do that with both parts. As well as one of my subscribers gave me a little tip to curve in the first couple ones like this. So I want to take that advice and see if it helps keep it out my face, because normally you guys know I do like this, it's straight. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to curve it just a little to keep it out my face. So I'm going to curve it just like that, and I'm starting right where my part is, like right where the edge of my hair is. That's where I'm going to put the edge of that one right there, and I'm going to curve it. And you guys want to make sure you don't put it too close to the part, because first of all, some people have complained about the invisible part coming loose or whatever after a while. I never had that problem, because the only way that it comes loose is if you put it too close to your scalp, and the glue is not going to stick to your scalp. Obviously it sticks to your hair, and you just want to put a little bit of glue on the track, a little bit of glue. You don't want to put a whole bunch, because for one, the glue is going to show, and you don't want the glue to show. So you only want to put a little bit of glue on the weft. And if you guys do put too much glue, just make sure you just like get something and scratch the glue off really quickly, just so that it doesn't dry there and you have a black spot. So, and I'm just putting it, you guys see this one, I'm putting it right here. I'm going to put it right here on top of the other one as well, and I'm going to curve that also. I'm going to curve this one also. As you guys can see, there's the other one, and I'm going to curve this one right on the top of it. Not on top of it, you guys, but like right in front of it. That's where you want to put the next track, right in front of it. And like I said, I'm not putting a lot of glue on the track, just a little bit, so it will stick there. And I'm not putting it on my scalp, I am putting it on my hair. So, and a lot of you guys like keep asking, do I glue it directly onto my hair for the invisible part closure? Yes, I do glue it directly on my hair, because I have to cut the cap in order to get it. So I have to cut the cap, I have to cut the cap in order to get to the invisible part. So there's that. And what you guys want to do, you want to just keep on doing that until you get all the way up here, or wherever your closure is. You want to keep doing that. And I just curved about 3 of them. So I curved about 3 of them, and that does help, as you guys can see, a little with it being in my face. It's not so much in my face. So with my other ones, I am just going to begin to put them straight, which means like this. Or no, I guess I'll just continue to curve them, because that's working out well for me so far. So I can continue, I'm going to continue to curve them until I get all the way up to my invisible part closure, once I get to the closure part. So And also guys, the reason why you want to split your tracks, that's just to make sure that you don't that your part is not bulky, because if you don't split your tracks, it will be bulky, and you don't want a bulky part because then it'll look totally fake. And as you guys, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but as you go up and you continue to curve it, the tracks are going to get a little bit longer than what they were in the beginning. So as you go up and you curve your tracks, it's going to get longer because you're going to have to go longer around there. I am also going to show you guys how I make my closure, so stay tuned for that as well. Okay you guys, I'm back and I am finished with the invisible part. Let me show you guys. This is it. This is the invisible part. I still have my space right here where I'm going to show you what I'm going to put the closure, but this is the invisible part. Okay. This is how much I'm going to use for my closure. This track here is not split. This is an entire weft. It's not split. And what you want to do is put a little bit of glue on the weft. Not the whole thing. Just like a little bit of it. Just a little bit of it. And then you want to get it. Hopefully you guys can see this. You want to get it and you want to turn it into a little ball. If you guys can see, turn it into a little ball and you twist it just like that, and make sure you hold it together so it doesn't come loose. So, and right about now, after I twisted it around twice, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the top in and hold the bottom with my thumb so it'll keep it steady, and I'm just going to continuously roll. Now I did run out of glue, so I'm going to put a little bit more glue on the rest of it. I didn't want to put glue on all of it yet, just because that's just something I do. You can, if you want to, put glue on the whole thing, but I just don't. But here's, I'm just going to continue. I'm pushing down with this finger, up with this finger, like right there and right there. And you want to make sure as you're going along with this finger and this finger, you pushing in and down. So you pushing this right here, you're pushing this with these two fingers, like pinching it and pulling as you go around, so it'll be tight and it won't come loose. Now some of your weave, you will have to split the tracks because some of the tracks are kind of thick, or depending on what kind of hair you have, the hair will be too thick for you to use the entire weft. You may have to split it, because sometimes I do split my piece for my closure, in case any of you were wondering. Yes, it depends on the type of hair I'm using, whether I split the track or not when I'm making my closure. And what you just want to do is hold this. I always comb mine out as I'm holding it together, so I'm just holding this together, combing it out. And now I have a little donut like this. And I forgot my flat iron, so I will be back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I forgot to plug my flat iron up, but I plugged my flat iron up. But anyways, like I was saying, you have this little piece right here, this little thing that looks like a little cinnamon bun, and then you have your hair. What you want to do is just flip it over and find the center. It's super simple. Just find the center, split the hair apart, and it should look like a little mushroom all the way around. If you guys can see, it should look like a little mushroom when you find the center. And I told you guys, don't put so much glue, because once you press it, you don't want to see like a you don't want to see the glue in the middle. So what you want to just do, get your flat iron, don't lose the middle. Don't lose the middle, and put it between the flat iron and smush it. And if you guys saw what I did, at one part of it, like over here, I kind of opened it because that's where I'm going to put my part at. Now if you're doing a whole head of quick weave, you don't need to make that little part right there. I did it because that's where my invisible part is, and that's where I'm going to put like the opening for my invisible part. So there's that. And you just want to flatten it all out. Make sure it's all flattened. And what I do is I just get it and I go over like this and flat iron it with my straight hair, of course, not with my curly hair, just so it'll be like a little mushroom or whatever. So I just go over and I'm flat ironing it to make it like kind of curve downward, so it'll be better. Got a piece of little thingy. Okay, and as you guys can see, this is my closure. It is flat, 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 flat. A little piece of it came off, so I'm just going to put a little bit more glue and just press that guy back on in there. Just dabbing the glue so I can press it back on. So, just going to press that back on there, around there. And it's going to stick. So, as you guys can see, I just pressed it down. And if you can see, it's shiny at the bottom. The bottom is shiny. And it is flat, as you guys can see. Over here, you see the part where you can see an opening, like you can see where the hair separates. That's where I did that intentionally, because that's where my invisible part is, and this is going to like cover the rest of the hair. So that's why I did that like that. And what you want to do is you want to get some glue and put it on this side right here. So you just get the glue. The little squishy piece came off the glue. What you want to do is get the glue and just put a nice little amount on there. So you'll make sure it sticks there to your head. And as you can see, I have my glue. And this is my opening So what I do, I just take it like this with my opening facing forward, and I'm going to just plop that up there in my little circle. So that's my little circle right here, and I'm going to plop it right in the middle of the circle and turn it just a little so we can get my part. And what you want to do is just press it down for a little while, just to make sure it's not going anywhere, because you don't want ear closure lifting or not being flat enough, flattened down, because then it'll be bulky and it'll just look weird. So, and right now my closure is moving, so I didn't put enough glue. Like I said, you want to make sure you put enough glue on there. I didn't put enough glue for your closure to actually stick down in there. So let's try this again. Right there in the center. Press it down. And while I'm pressing that down, I'm just going to smooth my hair over the parts where I'm pressing it down, and I'm going to smooth my hair over to blend in with the rest of the hair. So, and there is my closure piece, as you guys can see. Make sure I got it all smooth down. My closure piece. That's the closure piece right there. And that's how I make my closure piece. So, that's that. If you guys have any questions, comments, or anything of the sort, please let me know. You know, don't forget to leave them all down at the bottom. I'll answer any of your questions, any of them. Please don't think that any questions are silly, because some people just don't know things. And like I tell a lot of people, common sense isn't really common sense to everyone. So, any questions that you guys would love to ask, I would love to answer. So, I love you guys. I will see you guys later. Bye.